Atlanta United 2. Tonight's match is brought to you by Arizona Financial. With Ricky Lopez Espin, I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us. It is a rainy night here at Wild Horse Pass as we take a look at the Western Conference. Of course, Phoenix Rising, based on the loss last week to RGV, they are eliminated from playoff contention. Still a chance, though, for Las Vegas to jump into that 7th spot and usurp Oakland, who lost earlier tonight against Pittsburgh Riverhounds. So for Phoenix, this has just not been the season they have been looking for, the first time they've ever missed the playoffs.
And it's just so interesting. You're looking at Juan Guerra when he comes in, but it's very interesting. We asked him about it, and he said, looking at Twitter, this is what we needed, something that we wanted to feel. We wanted to feel what it means to not be on the playoffs, to feel like we haven't been the best, the most success that we've had in Phoenix Rising. Feel that, let it motivate you, and you know when 2023 comes around, they're going to be at the top of their game, and Juan Guerra is going to have a lot of homework and a lot of challenge on his hands here today.
Let's take a look at our player to watch, brought to you by Pacific Office Automation. After a long, illustrious career, Luis Sejas will hang up his boots after this one tonight.
And it's bittersweet, isn't he? This is how much he's meant to this Phoenix Rising scene. Going to play in the center next to Aiden Quinn, but talking, after Juan Guerra, you asked him about it, Josh. You said, it's a brother, I played with him in youth national teams, and we're going to play this game for the.
And on the other side, in the starting lineup, Jackson Conway leads this team with 10 goals.
And he's just a special player for Atlanta United. He's going to play in the top line on the right-hand side. There's a reason why he's signed to a first-team deal, how good he is in terms of his movement. He's going to ask a lot of questions of this back line in Phoenix Rising. Come to feet, go in the pockets, can run in behind. Two here tonight.
So we are building you up to first kick, and first kick coming up next.
For all the special moments in your life, Arizona the special moments still to come will with a new name.
You might have believed buying a car should be something that gets you hyped up. That you should be empowered to shop when you want, where you want, wearing whatever you want. And that your new car ought to come with newfound happiness and zero surprises. So we promise that we'll treat you right, we'll put you in control, and all of us will stop at nothing to drive you happy.
We'll drive you happy at Carvana.
The care you deserve. Ask if your doctor is part of the Quality Health Network today.
You nationwide, Equality Health. And building you up to first 11 for Juan Guerra this season.
And you're looking at that front three, J.J. Williams, Santi Moore, Arturo Rodriguez. What's up? Because you have Quinn and Sejas in the middle of the field, dictating tempo, pulling the strings. Phoenix Rising.
On the other side for Atlanta United 2, one more.
So it can be 4 in the back, 5 in the back. Centeno's going to come centrally, but it all comes down to false number 9 and give the freedom to Vial to stretch the back line of Phoenix Rising.
So here we go. A good crowd on hand here tonight at Wild Horse Pass. There was some rain, some apparent lightning in the area during pregame, but it is cleared for the time being, and we are just about set for first kick here tonight. It's Phoenix in red. It's Atlanta United 2 in white. And for one final time, Nabil Ben Salah sends us on our way. 90 minutes from Wild Horse Pass Phoenix Rising and Atlanta United 2 for the first time ever that these two teams have faced off, and already Ben Lunt in a bit of trouble there as Jackson Conway puts this out for a throw-in. The last time out for Phoenix Rising, 2-1 loss at RGV, and Gabby Torres continued his goal-scoring ways. 3 goals, 4 assists for him now on the season with both Tulsa and Phoenix. As Juan Guerra said, they knew it would be tough. It was a shaky start. They did settle in, but it's been a common trend with this Phoenix team, and it's just the unforced errors that really got them into trouble. And now early on, they look to go over the top, and this is collected by Vicente Reyes, who gets the start in goal tonight for Atlanta. And on the other side for Atlanta United 2, last time out, they haven't had many wins this year, just 6. But they did get a 3-1 win last time out against Los Dos. Played off to the far side now as Phoenix come forward for the first time. It was Tristan Traeger who scored a brace. Jonathan Vial added another one late into stoppage time. As the cross comes in, this one is headed clear. Phoenix so far coming out on the front foot. Aiden Quinn. Juan Guerra said even though they are eliminated from the playoffs, still a lot to play for tonight. As Williams puts that shot wide, they want to put on a good performance, and he said it means a lot to this fan base as well that we go out and play our best.
And already just the tempo that they're playing with. Very decisive in the way that they want to play, moving the ball from left to right. You can see as Cindy Moore pushed out wide, it was really Gabby Torres that came centrally and gave that ball into J.J. Williamson. So far, 2 minutes in, very Juan Guerra, you have to be extremely pleased at the tempo that your side is playing with.
Reyes sends this away. Here's Moar for Sejas. Looks like he's wearing the captain's armband tonight, as opposed to Darnell King, of course, last game for Luis Sejas in his career. And it's fitting that, as you mentioned in the open, it comes under one of his former teammates and very good friend in Juan Guerra. A little bit of a clip there as Lambert was pulled back, and that'll give us a chance to take a look at tonight's injury report, brought to you by Spooner Physical Therapy. Chaston and Flood remain out, and Garces also is out tonight for Atlanta United 2. This is a giveaway. Another one of those unforced errors that Juan Guerra has been talking about. Centeno trying to turn that corner. It's last off of Torres and out for a corner.
And it's very interesting. You see Atlanta, what they're trying to do is having that trigger. So when Joey Fair or Darnell Kim, you're going to see Vial or Mateos come out of that front three. And the way that they press is they cut out that back pass. They cut out the ball to the outside, so it's going to force a lot of play down to the middle of the field. It's going to be a big emphasis on Aiden Quinn and Sejas to drop in.
This comes into the near post, fired across the goal mouth, and it stays out somehow. Not sure if that caught the post or a deflection. Regardless, though, Phoenix coming back the other way. The back heel to find space. The extra pass deflected down. Bryce Washington is trying to get this out of harm's way now. And this is fired out of play, and it'll give us a chance to look back at that corner kick. And what a play it was. We'll get to that in a moment. It was a play worth seeing again. Here's Farrell. Torres got away from Tiente.
Be extremely important for Atlanta United too. As that front three presses, there needs to be a secondary action, in which I mean by that midfield four and that back three need to step in as well. You don't want to have gaps when you have players like Santimar and Rodriguez that live and die in those soft pockets. It's going to be extremely key to have those guys in front of you. You don't want them to play off your shoulder. You're going to see a lot of success for Phoenix Rising if Santimar or if Rodriguez are able to get those balls in those half pockets.
Mateus, Firmino. Return ball for Mateus all the way to the end line. Stops it on a dime. The cross into the back post. Headed back into the middle. Bit of contact there. This actually stays in play. Right now, Phoenix just can't get it out of harm's way. Conway on the turn. Just dribbles it into the arms. Awaiting Ben Lute.
See how fearless Atlanta United 2 is. The young players that are just have a high ceiling, the ability to pick apart passes, played at extremely tempo, moving the ball from left to right. Mateus is at the thick of everything. You have Jackson Conway playing down to the center of the field. Just look like they are up to the challenge here tonight from Jack Collison's boys.
All the way back to Reyes and cleared away. Atlanta trying to build forward here. Play down the line. Just trying to leave it there. It almost was after Phoenix defender nearly overran that. It's hard to say exactly where this season was won or lost for Phoenix, but one stat you definitely can't point to is 1-goal games. 15 games this year have been decided by 1 goal for Phoenix. They've lost 9 of those games. Even if just 1 or 2 of those go the other way, you can turn it into 3 points. You're looking at a much different scenario. Just not meant to be this year for Phoenix Rising. They go through that long stretch of unbeaten games, a 9-game winless run from June to July, and just couldn't get it on track. All those draws, all those 0-0 draws in July, and the goal scoring just hasn't quite been there like it has been in past years. Of course, still a very capable attack, scoring 5 in the last home game a couple of weeks ago against New York Red Bulls 2. Again, looking forward, it's Sejas, the extra pass, and the shot. Incoindes, it looked like just trying to place that in the corner, saved by Reyes.
And we've seen it time and time again throughout his career, arriving late, especially on top of this 18-yard box. It's that first touch that maybe catches him off his feet, doesn't elect him to have that back lift on the ball, but in the end, it's an easy save for Reyes. It's a relationship, once again, for Sejas and Quinn. Needs to be spot on for Wangari. They both can't get caught high as one peels out right. One needs to stay centrally, and so far, so good 10 minutes in.
And this is not good news for Atlanta United 2 as Jackson Conway is down. 10 goals this year. Signed a homegrown contract in 2020. He's been with this academy since 2016. He's from Leeds in England. And really made a name for himself actually in CONCACAF Champions League back in 2020 after they played that competition in Orlando to finish it up. Left for Quinn. Moar. Aiden Quinn trying to get the return. There's Lambert going all the way back to Ben Lunt. Of course, it's Ben Lunt who comes into the night leading the USL Championship in saves, 112. He's already made the most saves in Phoenix Rising history. You go back to the Arizona United days, Carl Wazinski does have that record. As Phoenix Rising, it is Ben Lunt's record. Back for Reyes. There's no doubt about it. This has been a tough season. There's a giveaway, and the shot is wide. I was just about to say Atlanta United 2 has conceded the most goals this year with 82.
Nervy moments for the visitors. This ball's just trying to be played out of the back, gets it all wrong. Sejas reads it the whole way. Just that first touch, essentially, he puts it out at an angle. He's going to have more success getting that on target. As he comes across it, he pulls it wide. But once again, just a forward thinking for that middle two for Phoenix Rising. So good. As you see JJ Williams press, you see Arturo Rodriguez or Santi Moar press. There needs to be a player underneath them covering that space. Again, Sejas does that extremely well.
And down the line again. Here comes Phoenix. Extra pass towards the top of the area. Offensive play put in. And Atlanta trying to play out here to no avail. It's the 8th and final game of the regular season against the Western Conference for Atlanta United 2. Just 1-3-3 in their only win coming last week and last time out against LA Galaxy 2 by 3-1. Only one previous game in their history against the Western Conference was last year against RGV, a game in which they also lost. A couple of games going on around the USL Championship tonight to keep an eye on. New Mexico United taking on Colorado Springs. That's a 2-0 advantage to New Mexico. LA Galaxy 2, Las Vegas. That game is also at 0-0. That's an important game, of course, for the Oakland Roots. How about Sacramento Republic? 3 goals in the opening 16 minutes against San Diego Loyal. This is a chance now for Atlanta to grab the opener. Just trying to keep that in play was Mateus. Couldn't get anything on goal. Surprised he didn't just take the shot. Tiente. Funnel through for Ben Lunt.
When you get inside that 18-yard box, you don't have the luxury and time to score that perfect goal. Good work from Firmino. Mateus, you have a little window. You have to take it. You can't have a second invitation. Just open up your hips and place that to the far post. That's a take on that gives the time and space for Phoenix Rising to recover, put numbers around the ball, and really close his angle down.
Turning this upfield, all the way into the corner now. And a foul, and this will send it back to Phoenix Rising. I can tell you there is a goal from LA, and it's LA Galaxy 2 who have scored against Las Vegas Lights. That is a big-time goal. It was Cameron Dunbar who scored that goal. He's had a great season for Los Dos. They're at about the same point we are. They'll be simultaneous. We'll give you any more updates we can. But Oakland Roots fans have to be pleased about that goal. There's a foul, and this will be a free kick for Phoenix. Cobb just getting caught.
J.J. Williams is just so good at reading the play in terms of his body position. As he lets this ball come across, really shields out Cobb. As he comes back, he feels any sort of contact, he's always going to go down. Just to have that focal point, especially when you're in this phase of the game, that final third, someone to play off of, someone to bring players in, and to draw fouls is a massive key for Phoenix Rising. And J.J. Williams is excellent in doing those things.
A couple weeks ago, he played assist man, a couple of assists. He also grabbed a goal coming off the bench in the 5-1 win against New York. Forward again, looking for the run of Moar. Tiente cuts it out. Of course, no Greg Hurst in the lineup tonight after he picked up the red card in the latter stages of the loss last week against RGV. Just a tough one for Phoenix to take. Of course, the penalty that was saved. Aiden Quinn stepped to the spot, couldn't convert. Referee will pull this back for a foul. We asked Juan Guerra about what was it like after that game finished up. They knew that their playoff hopes were dashed. He said it hurt a lot. He says tonight we won't forget, and we have to make sure we never feel this way again. Took to social media as well, did Juan Guerra. You could kind of sense he took this one personally. He felt bad that his team couldn't get it done. He came in a tough position, kept this team in it as long as possible, but in the end just not meant to be, and too big of a hole to climb themselves out of.
You always have that balance as a head coach, especially when you don't have postseason play in your future. The guys that are coming back, the contracted players, the guys that are on options, whatever it may be, are you going to bring them in for a week or two to keep their fitness up so they don't have that long of an offseason? I asked him that. He says, look, we just need to press the reset button. We need to get away from the sport. We need to get away, everyone enjoy their families, their loved ones, and then come back in 2023 with a vengeance. And you know, Juan Guerra, how competitive he is, the quality that he saying that he wants to bring into this Phoenix Rising side, that they're going to be top class once they come again in 2023 in this USL Championship season.
That one runs out of play. Goal kick for Phoenix. Back to Reyes. Here's Cobb, the youngster. He's going to sign a homegrown contract next year when he turns 18, Will Cobb. And this little player moved off to the far side. The extra pass, and Cobb is there to sweep it clear. The team's kind of struggling with that final product through the first 20 minutes.
Trying to score that perfect goal, get a window, especially in and around that 18-yard box. You need to be able to pull that trigger. Doesn't need to be pretty. Stick that ball in the back of the net, go to the corner, celebrate. Another opportunity for Phoenix Rising.
Cut down, and that is a foul. It will also be a yellow card. Gil Bensala goes to his pocket. And it's Nelson Orji into the book.
The ability to break teams down, yes, with your passing, but as well as the ball at your feet and to drive through players. Arturo Rodriguez so slippery, so quick and dynamic through the lines. Orji comes in extremely late. It's always going to be a decision for the referee once you come in from the backside and you leave your feet. It's a well-deserved yellow card. Now it's an opportunity here for Seijas, who fancied himself over this ball. Brilliant distance to put it up and over and ask questions of Reyes.
You know, Seijas would love to score a goal in his last pro game. That's why he gets this opportunity here. Is there any more magic left in that left foot? We have seen it numerous times this year. Seijas steps up. Seijas just a little bit high. It's the stanchion behind the goal. Can't fault him for trying it.
And you have to have that balance from this distance. You want to put English on it, you want to put whip on it, but to have enough power, put your head down. It's such a difficult technique, but we've seen Seijas has that in his locker, just gets it wrong on that opportunity.
Fans, be sure to visit your local Arizona Financial Credit Union branch to get your Phoenix Rising debit card. It's a great way to support the team and spread the word. I've got to say, it's the coolest looking debit card I've seen. Visit arizonafinancial.org/Phoenix Rising to find out how you can score $100 when you open an account. At the midway point of this first half. Final match of the season for both of these teams. And for Atlanta United too, the end of an era as well in this league. It's turned over. Another giveaway there from Phoenix, but the cross blocked down, out of play. It's a corner kick for Atlanta United too.
Most of Atlanta's opportunities come from sloppy turnovers in the back for Phoenix Rising, trying to break through lines, getting caught in possession. See how explosive this United 2 side is to turn their defensive duties into attacking opportunities. To be very sharp. The back three for Phoenix Rising playing out of the back.
Eric Centeno stands over this corner. In-swinger lifted into the back post and over everybody's head. Teus, again blocked down. Again, another corner kick. Lifted into the back post this time. Still everybody forward for Atlanta. Never comes back towards the top of the area. Good spell of possession here for the away side. Again, lofted forward and taken by Lutz.
If you're Wongeri, you're going to want Aiden Quinn to get on the ball a bit more. 25 minutes in, we've rarely said his name. He's the engine of this man exactly in these situations like this.
Trying to squeeze it right through the middle. It was an ambitious effort, to say the least, there from Santi Moar, and it falls out of play.
Now Santi Moar makes its run from left centrally and opens up a ton of real estate for Gabby Torres on this left-hand side. Seijas doesn't pick out that pass. He tries to go centrally. Unfortunate deflection. Santi Moore tries to go for the Sports Center top 10, but gets it all wrong. Those are situations that you want Sejas and Quinn to get, and then fans in behind that back two of Atlanta United to able to move the ball from left to right and really break lines in their passing. That's when Phoenix Rising is at their best.
Move it out wide for Calistri, who cuts it in field. Sejas for Quinn. And now Torres. Gets it back on his preferred right foot. This is headed right back into the middle. Calistri. Now Arturo Rodriguez. Rodriguez cuts it back. It's Quinn. He sliced his foot through it and put it out of play.
And we've talked about the ability to play in tight spaces with the ball at your feet. Rodriguez once again putting on a clinic, and when he does, he cuts it back. It's such a nightmare to defend when you're crashing towards your end line. This cutback ball, and Aiden Quinn is going to want this one back. You have to put your head over it. Just make sure you get clean contact, laces down. As he swipes at it, he really puts a spin on it. The ability, the technical ability that he has in that left foot, he knows he should do better from that distance.
Another good opportunity. There's a rye there for Phoenix. All the way back for Reyes. Now it's Cobb. It's an Atlanta team that it's actually a nice little run of form over these last 5 games. I guess when you look at their season as a whole, 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw over their last 5. But you go back and look at a bit of a bigger picture. Their last 16 games, just 2 wins, and they went 11 games winless before the win against Tulsa at the beginning of September. So it has been a very tough season, and this one's turned over again. A chance for Atlanta to really bite Phoenix here into the middle. And the shot is skied. What an opportunity that was for Darwin Mateus.
And it's a big no-no playing square balls out of the back. And Quinn knows this and gets it all wrong. But you have to give credit to Vial. How unselfish he is just to put this into the path of Mateus. And we've seen the quality that the number 10 has for Atlanta United too. Just again needs to get good contact there, put his head down and just put it on target. That is the main thing as he's leaning back, trying to pick out that top corner, gets it all wrong. What an opportunity that goes to waste for Atlanta United too.
Did you pull the plug and then you plugged it back in? What's going on?
Electricity's expensive, Josh.
Yeah.
USL after dark.
For the last time, Ricky. Aiden Quinn. Reyes punches that away. And maybe a chance to counter. Options available, and here comes Atlanta. They were able to get out. Centeno. Options await in the middle. Still Eric Centeno. Turns the corner, stands it up. And Lambert calmly gets this away.
And it's so surprising, Josh. You read.
Back into the middle, and that little flicked header was missed. I think the flag may have come up, though, for offside, regardless.
The recent form for this Atlanta United side, looking at them play, you don't think that. How courageous they are, how confident they are in the identity that they want to do. So credit to Jack Hollison and knowing the system of play that he wants to implement here for these youngsters. They've been on the front foot so far, 30 minutes in, and asking all sorts of questions of Phoenix Rising.
Here's Quinn. And now Torres. Lambert for Mowar, directing traffic. Look at all that space for J.J. Williams. Now he pulls it back. And that pressure from behind. Moar lays this one off. Sejas serves it out wide. Here's Arturo Rodriguez. Rodriguez just wide. Wanted it on his right foot. Had an avenue to shoot. Just couldn't curl it inside.
And when he's confident in firing on all cylinders, this Phoenix Rising side is a completely different animal. Look at the touches to the left to set up Tiente, and the explosion, the quickness to take out that touch out of his right-hand side, trying to have eyes for that far post. Doesn't have enough English on it, but he's been spectacular 32 minutes in for Phoenix Rising.
In Iraq, you need a check. Go on the offensive with Lerner and Rowe, the official personal injury firm of Phoenix Rising. Make one call, that's all, to 977-1900. Getting you all the money you deserve is our goal. Here's a look at Jack Collison, who of course was named head coach last June. Joined on with the under-17s with Atlanta United back in 2019, and previously coached with Peterborough and the West Ham United academies in England. See how passionate he is in his technical area. I'm sure you lose 22 times, you ship over 80 goals. Can't be an easy season. But as you mentioned, well, the football they do play is pretty good. It's just some of that youth definitely buds its head.
It's always difficult for a two-side two in MLS. Don't know who you're going to have in day and day out in training. What players are going to get pulled up to the first team. Academy players coming to the fold. You never know how they're going to fare at the professional level with that. So in terms of development, you have to look at the body work of Jack Collison. Just the eye test is massive for this Atlanta United side. The ability to...
Here's Williams. Got the shot away and saved in the end by Reyes.
The ability to come into this Phoenix Rising side in a hostile environment, you know what success. Take a look at this J.J. Williams opportunity as he cuts in. The ability to strike with the right foot and left foot is one of the strengths of J.J. Williams. Just unfortunate straight at Reyes. Going back to my point about this youthful Atlanta United side, just to have the courage to come in and say, look, I'm individually talented. This Phoenix Rising side probably has them, the experience as well. We're going to go head-to-head to them. We're going to stay true to our identity. We're going to play how we know how to play. And so far, so good, 34 minutes into this first half.
They've had 11 teenagers make a debut this year. And they've had 4 starting 11s this year with an average age in the teens. Just goes to show you the youth. Here's the in-swinger, put right into the mixer. This one headed out of play, or not quite out of play actually, but it does stay in this attacking third. And now maybe a chance for Phoenix to turn it upfield. It's Moar racing forward. Santi Moar brought down. This will be a free kick and a yellow card. Owen Mateus into the book.
Jack Collison, you're going to be extremely frustrated to be reactive in a situation like this. Santi Moar has eyes, a head full of steam. As he gets by Mateos and Cobb with that long touch, it's always a dangerous challenge for Mateos coming through the backside. The ball's gone. Picks up a well-deserved yellow. It's always difficult in that situation. It's either the player goes by you or the ball, not both. Santi Moar stays on his feet. It's a 1v1. How good is Santi Moar going at his defender, putting him off balance on his heels? Now it's another opportunity for Phoenix Rising to ask questions of this back line of Atlanta United and Reyes in goal.
Well, Sejas got his turn last time. This is going to be Aiden Quinn. This is Aiden Quinn. Quinn wasn't too far away. It was a good height that sent Reyes scrambling across the goal mouth.
You have to put a lot of pace on this once again, and a lot of English. Doesn't miss by much. As he steps up to it, gets it up and over the wall. Just bends it a bit too much and far of that near post.
On the turn, brought down. This should be a yellow card, and it will be just that for Darnell King. You ever win the battle with the referee?
I don't think anyone has.
No.
Good little turn from Vial as he feels any contact. Gets a better body position. You can see right there, right in front of Darnell King, that touch. It's always difficult for a defender. As he gets cut across you, if you're trying to play on that ball, you make any contact, the player's going to go down, and you're always going to see yellow from behind. I don't really see the argument for Darnell King. And going to your point, Josh, I don't think he's going to win that argument.
We need a gif of that. That was a great reaction.
But it's little things like that, when you start playing at a higher level, to take the better body position, to put your opposition in difficult situations on their heels. Now Darnell King on a yellow card at that back three. Needs to be very careful, especially with the runners that Atlanta United likes to come into the attack. It's going to put a lot of emphasis on the decision making for the Phoenix Rising defender.
We can give you another score update as Las Vegas has equalized. Danny Trejo has scored that goal, so 1-1. And also tell you, Quality Health reminds you that next time you or a loved one needs preventive or routine care, go to your doctor first. If you don't have a doctor, go to qualityhealth.com to find one near you. Raymar will play this in for Mateus. Mateus tried to have a hit. It was blocked down. In the corner, Centeno stands this up. And the shot just out of play. It's 1-1 between Los Dos and Las Vegas. Still Sacramento up 3-0 on San Diego, which means they will clinch a home game. And they will most likely take on New Mexico United. RGV has secured their spot in the playoffs tonight. And as things stand, it is Oakland in that 7th spot. But if Las Vegas Lights win tonight, they will be going to the playoffs. A loss or a draw will not be enough, and it will be Oakland taking that final spot instead. Quick throw in here. Sejas. And return that ball. It was a good idea, just didn't quite come off. We asked Juan Guerra if there would be anything special tonight for Luis Sejas. We expected him to be in the starting lineup, but we'll see if he gets a nice ovation at some point here tonight. The one thing he did say about this game was, there's no need to experiment. We're playing to win this game. We're putting our best team out there. We want a good performance. He says every game This team has started to look better and better, and you'd hope to see that as the games go on, but Juan Guerra has confirmed that that is the case, and something they're trying to carry into next year. And we always talk about it when teams are eliminated, even if they're not eliminated, towards the end of the season, they're always trying to play to impress, trying to earn that contract for the next year.
And the stuff that you sign up for.
Lofted forward. Crossed into the middle and taken by Lutz.
Just the wrong decision in the end there from Mateos. He gets in a very good position beyond the back line of Phoenix Rising, but there's a run at the top of the 18-yard box as he tries to go pick out Conway. In the end, it's a good read from Ben Lutz.
Cross comes into the middle, glancing header. And just couldn't put it on frame. Williams was lurking. Phoenix do win this back with Sejas. Calistri. Here's Quinn, quickly for Sejas. Again, Sejas plays it in field. Here comes a low drive, spilled in front, contact right in front. The referees thought about it, and now will blow this one dead. Cobb and Williams, a big collision. Reyes parried that right into the path of Williams, and he was cut down, and Cobb is in some pain here. So is Williams, who is still down.
Give credit to Santi-Moar, so direct in his movement. He hits his ball extremely clean. There is an extension of that left arm that it catches JJ Williams. Would it be a very harsh PK to call there from that distance? But if you're Reyes, you have to do a bit better with this rebound. It's a big no-no to spell this ball back into the 6-yard box, but JJ Williams does have an argument. Trying to come around the corner. Cobb feels him and reacts late. Gets that elbow high. It's always going to be a decision for the referee. Elects not to point to the spot.
Well, that's a tough one because Williams was almost below his arm height.
That's that gray area. That's when you have, in this case, you don't have the luxury of VAR, but you have to have and depend on your linos, your angle that you take as a referee, the training that goes into that. But it would be a harsh PK to give from that distance.
Now it's Joey Farrell who is down and having to try to get back to his feet here. Farrell back on his feet. Great moments in life happen when you're together, because great moments are meant to be shared, just like great tequila. El Jimador Tequila, the official tequila of Phoenix Rising. Played right through the middle, and just eluded the run of Nicolas Firmino. I believe that's Farrell down again, and he's certainly feeling the effects of whatever was giving him trouble just a moment ago. And we hope this is not going to end his game. Heart and soul, that back line all season long for Phoenix Rising. Joey Farrell
minimum of 3 minutes of added time.
getting the 3 minutes of stoppage time, and will be, of course, added on to whatever this will be. Another look at it.
Really hard to tell. He gets stepped on, falls awkwardly as he lands.
Grabbed his left foot.
That's a good sign to see him up on his own power, able to jog a little in place. And like you said, Josh, does so much for this Phoenix Rising back line in terms of leadership, organization, communication, the intangibles, what he means to a locker room. Fan favorite here in Phoenix Rising.
Might get upwards of about 4 minutes now. See how long Nabil Ben Salah wants his first half to continue. Sejas, long switch of play. Calistri's cross is headed away. As far as Sejas. Sejas! He's itching for one of those. You know he wants it.
And what other way it would be? A shot on that left peg from distance. He wants it, he's able to do it. Just to get it on target.
Throw-in going Phoenix's way. Jack Collison very animated in that technical area. Back for Lunt, who gets it clear. If you're Phoenix, had chances, have not yet put one away, but just look at this game on paper. Oh, and there's a heavy challenge put in by J.J. Williams, bringing Noah Cobb down. That'll be a yellow card for J.J. Williams.
A caution has been issued by the referee to Phoenix Rising FC.
As his ball's played behind him, just loses his feet. He does come late as his ball's gone. Just look at that left leg, this swooping motion that catches and wipes out Cobb. Those are never fun. It's been a nice little battle between those two players. The quality that is on display in that center back and striking position.
And there is the final whistle. First half is come and gone, and nothing to split these two teams after 45 minutes of action. Trying to close the season strong, but nothing on the scoreboard.
You know, if you're being honest, if you're Jack Collison, you're probably the happier of the two managers. Been on the ball a bit more, been asking questions of Phoenix Rising in that back line. Mateo should have a goal, but Juan Guerra is going to need to get Quinn and Sejas on the ball. That's where they had the most success, when they got in between lines, spreading the ball from left to right. Santimar on Arturo Rodriguez. It's going to be very interesting the next 45 minutes, and it's going to be all to play for both of these organizations.
So we have hit halftime here from Wild Horse Pass. No score as we have reached the half on the season's final day. Phoenix 0, Atlanta 0. Stay with us.
Lerner & Rowe is proud to be the official personal injury attorneys of Phoenix Rising. Our goal is getting you all the money you deserve. When you're in a wreck and need a check, make one call, that's all, to Lerner & Rowe.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
You might have heard of Carvana and that we sell cars online. What you probably didn't know is that we're in the business of making you happy. We believe buying a car should be something that gets you hyped up. That you should be empowered to shop when you want, where you want, wearing whatever you want. And that your new car ought to come with newfound happiness and zero surprises. So we promise that we'll treat you right, we'll put you in control, and all of us will stop at nothing to drive you happy.
We'll drive you happy at Carvana.
Hello, I am Jose Luis Cruz Rivera, President of Northern Arizona University. We are a proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising. NAU and Phoenix Rising have much in common. We're both building on a strong foundation of success. We are both champions in our own fields, and we both strive for excellence. At NAU, we offer the advantages that come with a higher education to all of the members of our community. We are helping our students build a bright and boundless future for themselves, their families, and their communities. Come visit us at NAU and go Rising.
Halftime from Wild Horse Pass. No score, Phoenix Rising and Atlanta United 2. On this week's edition of Rising Recap, Lalo Delgado talks about some of his heroes growing up.
My favorite player, and that resonates with me the most, is Jorge Campos, goalkeeper. I just felt like every time he stepped on that field, he was just always having a good time. He was very electric, and then what tops it off the most is he was very unique to the position. He was the first goalkeeper to kind of be the one to roll it outside the 18 and, you know, just start dribbling at players and be out in the field as a goalkeeper. And I think that kind of embodies just the Mexican culture a little, you know, just always unique in specific ways. And I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with his jerseys, but he was really well known for the colorful, bright jerseys that kind of started off the whole goalkeeper should probably wear a different color, you know, that more bright, more highlighter. But all in all, I would say Jorge Campos. He was just always electrifying and just a fun time to watch. He brought that extra flair, and he always made sure to, you know, be his own way, be unique, and not really care of what others thought was a standard. He kind of brought his own standard to it, and, you know, people were attracted to that. Me being one of them, I enjoyed that, and he actually, you know, made me turn my head and start looking at that position as a goalkeeper, because I used to play on the field as a young kid, and then, you know, I started to see him more, and he was the one that kind of brought me into the position. So, like I said, I resonate with him a lot. I think Jorge Campos just embodies the Mexican culture. He was a small stature, so, you know, people always looked at him like, no way he's a goalkeeper, how small is he? But, you know, he always defied those odds, making incredible saves being small. So I mean, it just goes to show, and it speaks about the Mexican culture. I mean, you're always looked upon, but you're always willing to work hard and not really care what other people say and surpass that, and always, you know, putting that extra work in. And that's another thing that he had, the incredible work ethic.
My favorite Mexican players is Pavel Pardo. He was a midfielder, and he played for Atlas, Tecos, and I mean, his most popular, or the one that he's most known for, is his stint in America, which is one of the biggest teams in Mexico, or I mean, in my opinion, is the biggest team in Mexico. And I mean, just, he's important to me just because he's also one of the most capped for the Mexican national team. And I mean, it just shows, you know, the longevity and how successful he was, not only in Mexico but abroad. And I mean, I think that's really important, and it shows some of the characteristics like that a lot of people in the Mexican culture have. You know, they're humble, hardworking. A lot of them start from like small beginnings and have like very successful stories.
that routine. I'm on that routine.
Goes topic speakers. I mean, yeah, let's talk about
Stop it.
Today we're gonna go topics.
Roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What? This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
Halftime from Wild Horse Pass, Phoenix Rising and Atlanta United 2, a stalemate through 45 minutes. Well, time to look around the USL Championship, our playoff update presented by Hisense. The East is officially set. We'll get you the bracket here in just a moment, but still a little bit more to figure out in the West.
It's going to be very interesting. If you're an Oakland Roots fan, LA Galaxy is your best friend here tonight, and the roles reversed. Obviously, Oakland Roots take out LA Galaxy. Now they need them to help last year. So it's going to be very interesting. RGV takes care of business against Monterey Bay. And look at this Western Conference bracket as it stands at the moment.
As it stands, Oakland would still be in that 7th spot. RGV and Colorado Springs. That game, I believe actually that is confirmed now. So is Sacramento, New Mexico United. So the only spot left up for grabs is that Oakland spot, which would be either Oakland or Las Vegas.
At the Loyal, that's never an easy out, but taking a look at the Eastern Conference, my eyes immediately go to 3 and 6. Tampa Bay, Miami, obviously you go down 1, the Legion and the Riverhounds. What never happened in 2020? What does this look like? Then Memphis hosting Detroit City, just so fun. This is the best time to be a USL Championship fan. I'm so excited to see how it all plays out.
Going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out. All these starting next weekend. Scoreboard presented by Best Western. Couple of games in action still. Sacramento all over San Diego. Los Dos and Las Vegas tied at 1. That's a huge 45 minutes upcoming.
All eyes going to that game in the Western Conference. But Miami FC going to Detroit City, taking all 3 points. What does that look like for Anthony Pulis and those boys? The confidence, and talking about confidence, San Diego Loyal, that's not what you want. Going to Sacramento and 70th minute, 3-0 down. New Mexico taking care of Colorado Springs, and San Antonio, Orange County 2-2.
So we have reached halftime, and we are gearing up for the second 45 minutes, which is coming up next from Wild Horse Pass.
Equality Health is giving doctors more time to be doctors, so they can give you the care you deserve. Ask if your doctor is part of the Equality Health Network today. Equality Health. Caring is back.
This is Sanderson Ford Country.
All roads lead to Sanderson Ford for sales, service, and satisfaction. Follow the road for award-winning customer satisfaction, supporting our community for 67 years and giving back to local charities. For a straight-up experience with no hassle, no pressure, no nonsense, and no added markups, choose Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford for sales, service, and satisfaction.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. copiers and printers, managed IT and cloud services, unified communications and telephones, security systems and cameras, complete conference room packages. You need to partner with a total office solutions provider that gets it. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Hello, I am Jose Luis Cruz Rivera, President of Northern Arizona University. We are a proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising. NAU and Phoenix Rising have much in common. We're both building on a strong foundation of success. We are both champions in our own fields, and we both strive for excellence. At NAU, we offer the advantages that come with a higher education to all of the members of our community. We are helping our students build a bright and boundless future for themselves, their families, and their communities. Come visit us at NAU and go Rising.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Carvana, NAU Nationwide, Equality Health, and Arizona Financial. First half highlights, Phoenix Rising, Atlanta United 2. No goals to show you, but still plenty of good chances, and this was just a weird play hitting off the post.
It was a warning shot to Phoenix Rising, and this ball's whipped in low on the ground, almost catches Ben Lund cheating. Mateos on that left peg has been terrific. This is probably the most active and bright for Atlanta United too, but then it came on as Phoenix Rising started to get a bit more comfortable moving the ball from left to right and getting players in advanced situations. This is a good look for Aiden Quinn, but that first touch lets him down. That's why you don't see the backlift that we've come to expect. But Arturo Rodriguez was probably the best player for Phoenix Rising. The ability to break players, put players on skates as he cuts this one back. You can just see the ball's coming across. Aiden Quinn really he swipes at it and has that weird banana spin that spins it out wide. He's going to want this one back to put his head down, get the target on, and make clean contact. And again, Santi-Moar, direct. J.J. Williams always trying to be a poacher. There is a high elbow from Cobb that catches him, but it would be a harsh PK from the distance and the angle that the referee takes, unable to see it. And that is how we walked into halftime, 0-0 between these two sides.
Look at the first half stats. Plenty of shots there for Phoenix. They had the possession advantage, and as you mentioned, it was those turnovers that really got them into trouble.
Just trying to play out of the bag, very uncharacteristic like turnovers. Aiden Quinn trying to play a square ball that almost gets picked out. Players that kind of dilly-dallying on the ball, pedestrian-like, not very decisive, not very crisp. And if against this Atlanta United team that have triggers, especially around the corners, trying to pick off that back three of Phoenix Rising, they have to be a big better than playing out of the back.
So here we go back at Wild Horse Pass with Ricky Lopez Espin. I'm Josh Eastern, our entire crew here with you tonight. Final day of the regular season. And both these teams knowing they won't be off to the playoffs, so just trying to finish the season strong as the second half is underway. The first time ever that Phoenix Rising under that name will not be going to the playoffs. And over the last 5 seasons, now the only 2 teams who have made the playoffs in all 5 of those seasons, Pittsburgh and Louisville. Phoenix will have a new streak to start next year in terms of getting to the playoffs, and a lot of work to do this offseason. There's no doubt about it, but Juan Guerra at the helm, he'll have a chance to mold this roster into what he wants it to look like. And we'll see what this team has a year from now. Shouldn't be too much of a surprise that Atlanta hasn't scored in the first half. It's now the 24th game in 34 games. They haven't scored. That is the highest mark in the USL Championship. Let's see what this second half brings with Phoenix having a bit of a higher expected goals than Atlanta United 2 as well. it back. Reyes close to that goal line. It down. Conway couldn't get on it. There's a foul. It'll be a free kick to Phoenix. Pre-game with Raising Cane's, proud supporter of Phoenix Rising. Skip the line and order on our easy mobile app for your order of premium fresh hand-breaded chicken fingers, special sauce. And don't forget to add our fresh hand-squeezed lemonade at order.raisingcanes.com. If you haven't tried it, you should. Right through the middle. Quinn taking off the ball. Mateus directing traffic. Conway trying to keep himself on side. He did just that. Long switch of play from Conway. Never got to its intended target. Rolling this into space down the left. Torres cuts it in field. Pass coming all the way through. Chance here for Phoenix again. And as you mentioned, just looking for that perfect goal. Hasn't quite come yet. Here's Quinn. Again, it's Torres. Now cutting in field. Shot comes on and just wide. Actually, Santi Moar on that far side, and what an opportunity it was.
The ability to start the attack on one side to end on the other is such a nightmare to defend. Santi Moar, much like Arturo Rodriguez in the first half, sets up his defender as he body feints to his left-hand side, trying to have eyes for that far post and just doesn't get enough English on it. Going back to that point, Josh, this ball comes across. Arturo Rodriguez has the run of Joey Calistri, but he's caught between two minds. Does he have a crack on goal? Does he play him? But you have to make your decision inside that 18-yard box. You don't have the luxury, once again, to have a cup of coffee, settle yourself. Either it's a toe poke, trying to catch a keeper off his line, wrong-footed. You have to do something. You get into that advanced position. You need to have a final play, whether it's out for a corner kick or testing Reyes, who's been widely untested in this match so far.
Look at the foul. He has to be careful. He picked up that yellow card in the first 45 minutes. Centrally, Sejas. Again, trying to just sneak it inside that right corner, just off the mark. You're playing in your retirement game. You can have as many shots from distance as you want.
Especially when he
Those are the rules.
Especially when he gets in that position. If you're a player, you're like, okay, good on you. You take it. You fancy yourself. We've seen you do that throughout your career, and it's going to come off. There's a goal to be had for Luis Sejas here in this game. In terms of defensive positioning for Atlanta United, Firmino, Tiense are getting caught on the same side far too often. That's why you see the real estate on top of that 18-yard box for whether it's Quinn, whether it's Sejas. As one shifts, one needs to stay centrally. Too many times they're getting sucked in. The quick ball movement from the Rising are able to have the success and find those gaps.
Played in behind. all the way to the backside and just touched out a play. Orji was there defensively for Atlanta United too, and it was a crucial touch. This corner kick brought to you by Carvana, proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising. Carvana will drive you happy, and right in front of the south end. Phoenix put their noses out in front here. Here it comes, right in the middle. Atlanta gets it away. The extra pass, and that one's into the corner. Phoenix Rising grab the opening goal, and guess who it is? It's that man again, Gabi Torres. What a run of goals he has been on, and he grabs one in the season finale. 1-0 Phoenix.
And it starts with this little cheeky flick from Lambert as no one steps up. Luis Sejas does extremely well to draw in Washington, and when he does, it's a timing to perfection to put this into the path of Gabi Torres, who peels out to his left-hand side. And look how composed, look how calm, picks up his head and just passes and guides this ball into that far corner. Textbook goal for Phoenix Rising. Starts with Lambert, plays into Sejas. Sejas advances and draws in a player, dishes it out at the right time. The inverted wingback from Phoenix Rising, Gabi Torres, and the form that he's in has been such an impactful player for Phoenix Rising to get his goal on the night. 55th minute for Phoenix Rising.
And what a goal that is. He's now up to 3 goals in a Phoenix Rising shirt. He only had 3 goals in his entire pro career coming into the acquisition by Phoenix. His first game was the Sacramento Republic game, so 3 goals in 4 games. And what a nice run of form this has been for Gabi Torres. Fortunately, the season has to end today. When he was acquired, he was signed for next year as well, as Juan Guerra definitely sees a future for Torres, who really burst onto the scene with Hartford Athletic in 2020, and then also spent last year with them before being acquired by Tulsa earlier this year, and then the trade here to Phoenix Rising. Mark not particularly good for Atlanta when they concede first. 2-19-3.
Be very careful now for Atlanta United too. Their experience has history, has it. Don't let the wheels come under the bus. Let everything open. Be very good in terms of your decisive passing, especially out of the back. Play yourself into this game 1 pass at the time. And extremely good 56 minutes in, just lacking that final bit of quality, whether it's that combination play inside that 18-yard box, pulling the trigger at the right time. So don't stray away from that.
Play. Extra pass now, and trying to catch the goalkeeper off his line. That ball did stay in play. A heads-up play, though, by Reyes in the end. He was able to just keep that out. Turned over, Lambert, quick pass through the middle, Williams. You look at this game on paper, you say Atlanta's shipped over now 80 goals. This is a team that really has not been all too successful, but you look at their last 5 games, of course we mentioned 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. They put together some good results and have not made things easy. Here's Quinn, he'll slide it forward again. Able to win this one back. Moar, the extra pass. Torres back for Moar! Off the crossbar and in! That one has to feel so sweet for Santi Moar. It has been a tough year, no doubt about it. But that is a goal to celebrate for Phoenix Rising. And they lead 2-0.
And once again, it's a sloppy turnover from Atlanta United in the back. But it's all about timing once again. Santi Moar draws out Washington, and how good is this from Gabby Torres, as everyone thinks he's going to play it across. You can see as Atlanta United's back line crashes towards their goal line, Santi Moar understands if I just pull back, I'm going to have real estate to collect myself, clean first touch. Yes, he gets a bit fortunate, but a man that's been struggling this year, like you alluded to, Josh, how talented he has. Everyone can see it. To see the ball hit the back of the net, it's going to feel so good and do a world of good for his confidence to get his second goal on the year and put Phoenix Rising up 2-0 right before the hour mark.
And 2 goals to go along with his 4 assists. He became the 7th player in the USL Championship to the 40-30 club, 40 goals, 30 assists. And after a season last year in which he scored 16 goals, that one has to feel really good. It has been a tough year, there's no doubt about it, but kind of sense a resurgence of form, even though the results didn't necessarily follow when Juan Guerra stepped in, and even though that one's off the crossbar and just past the line, he will absolutely take it.
It's the same thing with Gabby Torres. When you play for a coach like Juan Guerra, how expansive he wants to be, how progressive thinking with those wing backs, the 2 number 10s underneath the number 9. It just gives you a lot of freedom to pick up spaces just like that, whether it's Santi Moar that peels out wide, Gabby Torres that played centrally in that first goal, then it's flip-flop. Understanding from this too, it's something that if you're Juan Guerra, you're going to be extremely pleased how this game is going, because you're going to bet on those guys hopefully next year in 2023.
Played him behind again. Phoenix really trying to add on here. Space to work down the right. Here comes Atlanta trying to answer back. And that's out of play. What an opportunity that could have been for Atlanta United 2 and Darwin Mateos.
When he's finding himself in such good opportunities and positions, Mateos just lacking that bit of quality. He should have about 2 or 3 goals already on the night with the advanced positions he's getting on that preferred left foot. He's a bit off balance. Will be the night for Vial, who I think was very active, but just didn't find the game like he would like, make his impact felt.
Entering the match is number 41, Luke.
It will be Luke Brennan and Tristan Traeger coming in. Traeger 8 goals this year. It'll be Eric Centeno coming off as well as Jonathan Vial. And you can see a couple of subs there for Phoenix Rising as well. Well, that will be it for Darnell King. Hayden Sargis will be coming on, so will Babukar Jai. The 2 fan favorites for Phoenix Rising, and Darnell King and Joey Calistri will make way, and a well-deserved applause for both of those players.
Leading the match is number 2, Darnell King.
Darnell King, his 3rd season with Phoenix, who's worn the captain's armband. Joey Calistri, his 4th season with the club, and there's no doubt both of those two players fan favorites, but it's Babukar Jai who comes on alongside Hayden Sargis.
And what that's going to do for Wongera's side is going to push up Jai to that left-hand side. Gabby Torres is going to play as his right wing back. We have Sargis that plays next to Farrow and Lambert in that back. Your wing backs are going to be from left to right. Jai, Quinn, Sejas, and Torres, and the front three stays unchanged.
Best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford, Arizona's largest Ford dealership. Long down that left side, Jai, those fresh legs just onto the field. And Luke Brennan also just onto the field, takes it right off him. Brennan, 17-year-old, couple goals, couple of assists, made his debut last year against Memphis, mostly been with the under-17s.
He's going to play on the right-hand side as a right wing back. Traeger's going to play at the top of this line on the left side. Really good defensive recovery run from Brennan, excuse me. When you get in that position, time and time again, you see players that go down on their feet and get beaten a bit prematurely. Just reads the body position of Jai and stays his ground.
Play this through the middle, took a flick and taken by Lutz. Long switch of play and a great ball that was from Kevin Lambert. Now Babukar Jai, this time he gets around Brennan. Jai coming forward, he lays this one off. Another pass, it's Sejas. And he skies it out of play. And there is no doubt Moar could have taken that one on, but he left it off for his teammate and friend, Luis Sejas. It almost feels like it's almost like the opposite of a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Like, how long do you want to keep him out there to see if he can if he can get a goal? Another collision there. It looks like the referee going to his pocket. A yellow card to Jackson Conway.
A caution has been issued by the referee to Atlanta United 2, number 36, Jackson Conway.
Yeah, comes in extremely late. It's a great look at it here. He does make contact with that ball first, but it's a follow through that gets him in trouble. Catches Ochoa Rodriguez on the back end of that. There's an argument to be had if you're Jackson Conway. The initial contact is all ball, then you get the player after.
Flicked forward again, and this is taken in by Reyes. Atlanta trying to find something, and the flag up for offside as Raymar just straying to that offside position. Looks like the rain starting to pick up again here at Wild Horse Pass. It's very rainy throughout the day and even in the warm-ups. Gates were delayed being opened. Here's Aiden Quinn now. Look at all that space in the middle. Chance for a third, and this one skied again. Gabby Torres nearly had a second.
You start to see the confidence starting to grow for Phoenix Rising. It starts with Jancy Moore coming to this pocket. But how many times have we seen this from Aiden Quinn? As everyone expects, he's going to go and just circulate around the corner. It was a nice little reverse ball. Gabby Torres just off balance. He's trying to catch this off the half bounce.
There is the rain starting to come down, and temperatures at kickoff tonight in the 60s. And
Whoa.
for Arizona, and for maybe some others, that's very cold.
It's not only in Arizona, that is cold.
Oh. Sounds beautiful. Atlanta on the move again. Nothing to test Ben Lutz. If you're looking to spice up your match day, pour yourself a delicious, crisp Captain Morgan Original Spice Rum and Ginger. There's no better way to celebrate 3 points. Great things happen when you spice it up. Captain Morgan, proud partner of Phoenix Rising. Drink responsibly. Captain Morgan Rum Company, New York, New York. Here's Raymar, cuts this one back. It's Firmino, and it's saved. Well, Ben Lutz, another big stop. He's had well over 100 of them this year. Came into the night with 112, and this one's just wide.
And it's a good passage of play here from Atlanta United. Raymar has been extremely active, but it's that reverse cutback that's a nightmare to defend. As Firmino opens up his hips, great look at it here from our camera crew, trying to bend it around. Kevin Lambert doesn't get the English on it that he would like. In the end, it's a routine save for Ben Lutz as he just parries this away. Notice as he doesn't put it back into traffic, he puts it away from goal and doesn't allow a striker for Atlanta United to be a poacher.
Firmino. It's intercepted. Another giveaway. Orji coming forward. Will there be a card with this or not? Just looks like a free kick. As Orji gets back to his feet.
You can just see Gabby Torres just gets in the body. Knows he's beat. Knocks him off balance. The extension of the right arm. Throws Orji off. And now it's a very interesting position for this Atlanta United side. There's a plethora of opportunities. You can have someone run over it. Like the left side of that wall. Put it into that back post. Maybe try to catch Ben Lutz cheating a bit.
Here's the service into the back post. It was just a bit of a mistimed header there. Tiente was crashing in, and it was good service in.
A brilliant service. That's where you want that ball whipped in. And Tiente, the quality that he has, needs to put this on target. Raymar whips his ball in widely unmarked to that back post, and that needs to be on target. 6 yards out, untested. Just mistimes his jump.
Here's Williams. Phoenix trying to play add-on. Switch of play. It's Torres. Into the middle, trying to lay this off. It's Sejas blocked down. It's Quinn into the back of the net. It's 3 goals for Phoenix Rising. Quinn goes to celebrate with the south end. A wild horse pass leap. Phoenix leads 3 goals to 0.
Brilliant pick out here from J.J. Williams, and then it just comes down to composure from Gabby Torres. He picks out, and once again, trying to play best friend Santi Moore, trying to tee up Sejas. He gets blocked, and it falls kindly to Aiden Quinn. He's never going to miss, is he? Reyes dives to his left, tries to guess the power, the technique, just roots this ball into the top of the corner. Talk about the celebration. Juan Garrett says we're doing this for the fans. How they've been through us, through thick and thin. We need to put on a performance, talking about 3 goals to go straight to them. That's what you want from Aiden Quinn, one of the leaders in this Phoenix Rising side. Well-deserved goal from that man who's been terrific here tonight.
And shares a bit of a laugh there with Sejas. For Aiden Quinn, his 9th goal of the season. That is now his 2nd most goals scored in a season. He scored 12 with Orange County in 2018. Now it's J.J. Williams. Williams takes it on. It was blocked down. Another chance here. It's Sejas. They're just trying to feed him now. For Quinn, not necessarily known as a goal scorer, but of course he is part of the 40-40 club. 40 goals, 40 assists. Chested down. Rodriguez for Torres. Moar. Play this infield. Williams. Rodriguez. Sejas was calling for it, but the ball went the other direction, and now it's out of play.
Substitution for
Substitution. As this will be Alan Carlton coming on.
Leaving the match is
that will be the end of the day for Tony Tiente, the 24-year-old Cameroonian. Just runs out of play. Throwing for Atlanta into the final 15 minutes. It's still a 1-1 game between Los Dos and Las Vegas Lights. Las Vegas is going to throw everything they can at those final 12 or so minutes. Now it looks like a free kick here for Atlanta.
Remember earlier in that first half, only the 3rd minute, corner kick from Raymar in this distance. What a catch, Ben Liu cheating. So you're the goalkeeper of Phoenix Rising. You have to be well aware of that situation earlier this match.
I have the AR here, yeah.
The in-swinger right into the middle. A chance here for the follow-up. And that one was not hit as cleanly as he would have liked. Here's Conway. Carlton Dancing on the ball, he was brought down. It's a free kick to Atlanta. Kevin Lambert strongly disagrees, and now a chance for Atlanta.
As this ball falls out here to Carlton, just to go to his right-hand side. Yeah, it's not a foul. Kevin Lambert comes in, gets the ball, and then the aftermath, as Carlton feels the contact, it goes down. There is an argument. The Phoenix Rising, I'll tell you who's very fortunate that this foul gets called. It's just back line of Atlanta United and Carlton. So many players in red are off to the races if that call is not brought back.
Never mind, I guess. I have a really good
Let's see who's going to step up to take this. Raymar alongside Nicolas Firmino. And this is Firmino just wide. Never too early to secure your 2023 season deposit with Phoenix Rising. Only $100 or $250 per account. You'll receive 2 complimentary tickets to any October match. Of course, that is now expired, but you can scan the QR code or visit phxrisingfc.com/2023 season tickets for more information.
Yeah, we can't hear anything. You're underwater. Fast forward again. Okay, then. Yeah, now you're back. Yeah, your palms go out.
Lambert back on his feet. More in this game for Phoenix Rising. They have really turned things on here in the second half. So blows, the offside flag is up. Even with the weather, even with how the season has gone, a lot of credit. It's played him behind again. Lute! This is in front and it's tapped home! Atlanta United 2 pull one back. An easy tap in for Jackson Conway. His 11th goal on the season. It's 3-1.
By number 36, Jackson Conway.
And it's a great ball around the corner from Carlton. Ben Lute, you come off your line. You have to be extremely certain that you're getting a piece on this ball. Give credit to Traeger. Gets around the corner and just puts this ball into the path of Jackson Conway. And he's not going to have an easier finish in his career there to get his 11th on the year. Part of being a good striker is getting yourself into dangerous situations. And he gets rewarded there from Traeger to get his 2nd assist on the season, excuse me. Conway's 11th on the year.
Flag up for offside. As I was going to say, a lot of credit to these fans for sticking it out through the rain. A full south end tonight. All the fans wearing their raincoats, bringing the umbrellas. Wanting to watch Phoenix Rising for one final time. And a couple of subs. We'll see Richmond Antwi, Lamine Jane come onto the field. Gabby Torres will be the first one to come off. A goal scorer tonight.
Entering the match is number 33, Richmond Antwi.
And of course, Gabby Torres onto the score sheet tonight. Nice little placement for a finish.
So composed. Even though we didn't come to expect him from his time at Tulsa, really the system for Wongera has come to fruition. He's really came out and expressed himself, especially in that final third. As we say, J.J. Williams make way for Richard Antwi.
Williams, another one of those acquisitions right at the end of July. Scored in his Phoenix Rising debut against Colorado Springs. It just never really clicked into full gear for J.J. Williams in a Phoenix Rising shirt. A couple of assists and a goal against New York Red Bulls too. They were really hoping for kind of him being a microwave, heating up quickly and staying hot.
I like that one. There you go.
Save the best for the end of the season, Ricky. Come on.
You got that on a fortune cookie, huh?
Whoa. A little bit more creative than that, I'd like to think. Here's Quinn. And Sejas. Rodriguez. Still one more substitution window. And one more sub available. You wonder if that one might go to Luis Sejas, but I think Wongera wants to give him a little bit more time to find a goal, and I don't blame him. Bit of pushing and shoving there, and a yellow card to Aiden Quinn.
And Brennan's been extremely active since coming on the field as he gets a better body position from Quinn. Here's the yellow card.
Another opportunity there for Atlanta United too. That time was Tristan Traeger.
They're getting in very good situations and positions. This Atlanta United side just lacking that last bit of quality, that killer instinct that put the ball into the back of the net. Ask questions of Loons, and you can just see the frustration starting to build for the visitors here.
Maybe it doesn't come as too much of a surprise, but the expected goals higher for Atlanta United 2 than Phoenix Rising at this point. And a yellow card will go to Richmond Antwi.
A caution has been issued by the referee to Phoenix Rising FC number 33, Richmond Antwi.
Firmino. Chance here for Atlanta. Defensive play, another sliding challenge, and maybe a chance to hit this from distance. Save, but parried right back into the middle before it was cleared away. And a yellow card has also been given to Kevin Lambert for that lunging challenge.
Start to see Atlanta United getting on the ball a bit more, getting in tempo, getting in rhythm as this ball comes in extremely late. Lambert catches Carlton. Raymar has been extremely active for the visitors on that left foot.
Phoenix Rising FC number 27, Kevin Lambert.
forward again. This is headed out of harm's way. It's still 1-1 in LA, and we are hearing that Danny Trejo just had a great chance to secure a winner, but hasn't happened yet for Las Vegas. Cutting it in field, trying to lay this one off. Antwi. Maybe one last chance for Luis Sejas. Here's Farrell. Antwi again. Trying to find Sejas. Here he is. They know he wants it on his left foot. Here's Luis Sejas. They're not going to make it easy on him. Coming forward again. Will fall to the near side. This ball will stay in play. We're hearing the next sub will be for Sejas. So his last few moments. Loops playing sweeper keeper. Here's Sejas. I say just try to take on the defense at this point. Come on.
Let him play next to Antwi up top and just be a poacher trying to get him his last goal.
There's a foul.
Substitution for
and this is the moment. It'll be Carlos Anguiano to come on, but it's all about the player coming off the field. Luis Sejas.
Leading the match.
After 443 pro appearances, 63 caps for Venezuela. An absolute legend. He departs for the final time in his illustrious career. A hug for Darwin Mateus, Venezuelan in his own right. He started his career with Independiente in 2008, and this is a really nice ovation for Luis Sejas. A really nice moment there with Juan Guerra. Started his career with Independiente in Venezuela, spent a couple of years in Belgium, here in Ecuador, back to his original club for a few years, then some time in Brazil, back to Independiente, 3 stints there. Then, of course, season and a half, maybe a little less than that, with Phoenix Rising. But an absolute pro. And everybody asked around the club will speak so highly of what he has brought to this team.
You just see what it means to not only him, the fans, but every single player that he shared the locker room with. To come over, even the goalkeeper, Ben Lute, made a 50, 60-yard run off his line to come over. You see Jai on the left-hand side, give him a big hug. When you have that effect on players to show what it's like to be a true professional, the experiences that he's had, it's just world-class. And like you said, Josh, you talked to everyone around Phoenix Rising, around the locker rooms, that he's been nothing but praise for that man, and all the best in his retirement.
Well, it's interesting. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together, but Juan Guerra being Venezuelan, of course, a former pro himself. Similar ages between the two. They played youth soccer together with the youth national teams. Of course, have then been friends ever since, and pretty unique that Juan Guerra, now the coach for Luis Sejas, as he bids farewell to an incredible career. Well, last few seconds here for Phoenix Rising. For the first time as Phoenix Rising, they won't be going to the playoffs. Juan Guerra talked about never wanting to feel this feeling again. And he says all that hard work starts once this offseason begins, and unfortunately for Phoenix, that will be tomorrow. For Atlanta United 2, they bid farewell to the USL Championship. This one has been a really nice run for them. They'll have one more chance here on the free kick. This one played forward, bouncing out of play, and there is the final whistle. Will Phoenix end on a high? They put up 3 goals, they get one final 3 points as they take down Atlanta United 2 by 3 goals to 1. They head into the offseason. It will be smiles tonight as Juan Guerra closes out his first season as head coach with a victory.
It's going to be very interesting looking at Juan Guerra. The work starts now for 2023. It was to press the reset button, come back, and knowing him, how competitive he is, the quality that he wants, the quality that he expects to come for Phoenix Rising, not only him, but around the league as well. These men are going to be extremely motivated coming 2023, and there's the reason why Gabby Torres is the man of the match. He's going to be in the plans for next year.
Man of the match presented by Phoenix Children's. Another goal for Gabby Torres here tonight. Can also tell you it finished 1-1 in LA. Oakland Roots going to the playoffs in that last spot. So we will come back and we'll wrap things up from Wild Horse Pass. Phoenix Rising end the regular season with the victory as their season comes to a close. Atlanta United 2, their season is complete as well. We'll come back and wrap things up. Phoenix victorious.
Lerner & Rowe is proud to be the official personal injury attorneys of Phoenix Rising. Our goal is getting you all the money you deserve. When you're in a wreck and need a check, make one call, that's all, to Lerner & Rowe.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
For all the special moments in your life, Arizona Federal Credit Union has been there for you. And for all the special moments still to come, we'll continue to be there. All the same amazing services you expect with a new name. Arizona Financial Credit Union. Now serving everywhere you call home.
Wrapping things up here in 2022. Nice moment between a young Venezuelan and a Venezuelan hitting retirement in Luis Sejas. But Phoenix Rising 3-1 winners over Atlanta United 2 tonight. As we'll take a look at our full-time highlights, and things got going in the 53rd minute. It was 0-0 at halftime, and then Phoenix turned it on in the second half.
And Atlanta United 2 was probably the better side in that first half, but it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. It starts in this little interchange between Kevin Lambert and Sejas. As he advances, it's all about the timing from the Venezuelan. He draws in Washington, plays into the path of Gabby Torres, and he's just been so good for Phoenix Rising. Cool, calm, collected in the composure to find that far corner, and then it's Gabby Torres playing assist maker. Little give and go between him and Santimore as the back line of Atlanta United is dropping back. Santimore doesn't move, says I have real estate in and around this 18-yard box, and then how good is that going to feel for a player who struggled this year? And then is there another one? It was all about trying to get Sejas his last goal in his last game as a professional. Atlanta United closes down, and it's fortunate enough it falls into the feet of Aiden Quinn and the quality that he has. He is never going to miss there. But then Atlanta United, give credit to them, it's so easy for a side that hasn't had the results go their way. Coming into this hostile environment, down 3-0, they didn't fight, they didn't waver. Their character came out to fruition for Jack Holliston's side. Traeger gets around to Ben Loon, not the best decision, and Conway gets his 11th goal on the year.
So these are the confirmed brackets in Oakland Roots. They had to sweat it out a little bit longer, but they are into the playoffs. That's what the West looks like.
2 years running for the Roots. A lot comes down to the last day, but now they go to San Diego Loyal, RGV, going to Colorado and New Mexico against Sacramento. I mean, take your pick, whatever you want. Quality through and through, and how competitive is this Western Conference?
It's going to be a really fun Western Conference. It has been all year. As for the East, there was pretty much 2 tiers, it felt like, to the East. Those teams on the top, then the teams that will be on the road, but Pittsburgh, Birmingham, it was meant to be last year, never happened. They get it this year.
And the sunshine
there
showdown? There you go,
yeah,
between the Rowdies and the Miami FC. That's the one I'm circling. Obviously, you have Detroit City traveling to Memphis, and what a story Memphis 901 has been in this Eastern Conference. But again, these are the games you want to play in as a player. You want to coach in as a coach, and it's do or die now. So who's going to come out and who's going to show out when the pressure's on?
Well, that will do it for our coverage for Phoenix Rising in 2022. An absolute pleasure to bring you these games week in and week out. It didn't end the way Phoenix was looking for, but they'll be right back at it again next season as they finish out the regular season with a 3-1 win over Atlanta United 2. For our entire crew, broadcast partner Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Josh Eastern saying so long from Wild Horse Pass, and we will talk to you in 2023. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.